Hello, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving my top 50 college basketball power rankings for this week, week 16. I'm a North Carolina fan, and it's been a rough year, man. I had so much hope coming into this year, and yeah, I'm a little disappointed. But this is actually the third time I've had to record this video because it's been too long and YouTube won't let me upload it, so I'm going to get right into it. Number 50, we got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's record is 19-8. They're in the ACC, and they've been pretty impressive this year. They beat my Tar Heels once, maybe even twice, I'm not sure. Moving on, we got Oregon, number 49. They are 15-13, which is not a very good record, but I think they'll barely sneak in to March Madness. Moving on, we got my North Carolina Tar Heels. It's been a rough year, and we're just trying to win as much as we can. Tonight, we've got another game against Notre Dame. It's a must win for us. If we lose, we're out. Moving on, we got the New Mexico Lobos. Their record is 19-7. Yeah, pretty good year. They've been a surprise team. No one expected them up here, but here they are. Moving on, we got the North Texas Mean Green, I think. They're 21-5. So they've been a shocking team. No one expected them to have that good of a record, but they might be in March. Probably they will be as like a not a high seed, probably like an 11 seed or so. Moving on, we got Liberty. Liberty is 19-7. So their football squad had a pretty good year last year, and their basketball's doing exactly what they did. 19-7, a good record. They will be in March probably. Next up, we got Oral Roberts, who is 21-4, and last year, I believe it was last year, Oral Roberts made an impeccable run in the postseason and went to the Elite Eight, I think, until my North Carolina Tar Heels took them out on their killing spree. So maybe they'll try to do it again, but it's unlikely. Moving on, we got Mississippi State, whose record is 18-9. They are in the SEC. They've had a decent year. They can compete in March. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a little bit of a run. We've got Oklahoma State. They are 16-12. So, which is not a very good record. It's actually worse than North Carolina's, but they've been a little more impressive than UNC has. So, I have them up here. Moving on, we've got Iowa. Iowa is 17-10. So, Iowa, they've had a solid year, but I think they're going to get eliminated first round, in my opinion. You'll find out where I put them when my March Madness videos come out, come time. Moving on, we got 40, Memphis. Memphis is 20-7. Yeah, they've been solid. Like a couple of days ago, they played number 1 Houston, and they put up a good fight. They only lost by 2 points, and they've been solid all year long. Moving on, we got Michigan State. Michigan State is 16-10 this year, but they are in the Big Ten, which is a decent conference. They've got quite a few good teams this year. So, and they've had quite a few good wins. So, Michigan State's 39th. 38, we got Providence. Providence is 20-7. They made a run a couple of years ago, and they were really good. They were ranked for a while. This year is not quite that good, but still a very solid squad. Moving on, we got Northwestern. Big surprise here. They're 20-7, but Northwestern, their football program, they went 1-11 last year, I think, something like that. But Northwestern at 37. Moving on, we got 36, NC State, 22-7. They just beat my North Carolina Tar Heels a couple of days ago. I was very disappointed, but they might have just knocked us out of March Madness, so I don't like them right now, but I will say they've got a pretty good squad. Next, we got Nevada, who's 19-7. The Wolfpack have been a surprise team, another one of those, who've been knocking on the door of the top 25 all year long. Haven't made it in yet, but if they keep it up, I wouldn't be surprised if they enter it towards the end of this year. Moving on, we got Utah State, the Aggies. They are 20-7. Yeah, they've been decent all year long. That's it. Moving on, we got the Kentucky Wildcats, 18-9. I think they've underperformed expectations this year. The Blue Bloods really haven't been doing good this year. Kansas is the only one, really. But Kentucky, 33rd. They've been very mid this year. Moving on, we got Illinois in the Big Ten. They are 18-9. I don't know much about Illinois, to be honest with you. Their record their record says they're decent, but their quad one wins, they have quite a few of those. Moving on, we got Miami, Florida. Miami is 22-5. The reason they're not higher is because they haven't had many convincing wins. They've had quite an easy year, as the ACC has not been doing very well this year. So yeah, they're okay, but a little underperforming. No, not really, but Auburn, 18-9. Auburn has been solid all year long, but they are not doing as good as they were last year when they had Walker Kessler. But still a solid year. We'll see what they can do at the end. Moving on, we got the Duke Blue Devils. It's okay that they're not having as good of a season as they usually do. They're 20-8, which is good. But I don't like them. Obviously, I'm a Heels fan. But they are in a transition year. Their Hall of Fame coach just left. So we'll give them some grace. They're just they're trying to transition into a new different team. Moving on, we got Rutgers. Rutgers is 17-10. I don't have much to say about Rutgers. They're in the Big Ten. They played decent all year. They'll get into March, and I think they won't do anything though. 27. We got Texas A&M. Their record is 20-7. Texas A&M, one of those teams that you don't know if they're real or not. Like, they've had some really convincing wins. They've also had some questionable losses. We'll just see. We'll just see if they stand the test of time in March. Moving on, we got West Virginia, 16-12. I didn't know if I wanted to put them up this high, but they have been really good all year long, despite their rough record. So yeah, that's West Virginia. Moving on, we got Xavier, 20-7. Xavier is one of those teams that never makes a run in March, but they're always there at a good record in March. But they're always there. They're always solid every year. And moving on, we got Maryland, 18-9. I've only watched one Maryland game this year, and that was the game. I believe they got crushed by Penn State. So a rough game for them, but it is what it is. They've got a good squad altogether. Moving on, we got Boise State. It's got a 20-6 record. Boise State. Yeah, I haven't watched them at all this year. I haven't heard anyone talk about them. I don't think they've been in the top 25 at all this year, but they're playing really solid and good. So yeah, that's Boise State. Moving on, we got TCU. TCU is 18-10. The Horned Frogs putting together a solid squad. Their star players back from being injured for a while. Moving on, we've got Florida Atlantic, who has been a shocking, incredible team this year. They're 22-3. I would put them up higher, but their strength of schedule is way up there as one of the easiest. Moving on, we got K-State. K-State is 20-7. Yeah, their football team is playing good, and now their basketball team's playing pretty well. We got Arkansas, 18-9. The Razorbacks putting together a good squad. We'll see what they can do in March. See if they can move up at all towards the end of the year, and in March, we'll see how they do. At number 18, we got Indiana. The Hoosiers are 19-8 this year. Yeah, they're okay. They're decent. But here's the thing, they've kind of fallen off towards the end of the year here. The beginning, they were top 10, so they've slowly lost a few more games, and we'll see what happens. Next up, we got San Diego State, 20-5. I can't really say much about this team because I haven't watched them at all this year, but their record says that they're pretty good, and I'll trust that. I'll definitely watch them in March, though, so we'll see about that. 16, we got Virginia, 21-4. Now, I would put them higher. A lot of people are putting them higher, but I just haven't seen it. They've just got lucky on a bunch of wins. I haven't seen it. They don't look like a top 10 team. We'll just have to see how it all shakes out. Next up, we got Iowa State, 17-9. Iowa State, the Cyclones beat my North Carolina Tar Heels towards the beginning of the year. Yeah, we'll see. They look pretty good. We got Marquette, a surprise team here. They're 21-6. I don't think anyone expected them to be this good, but they are proving everyone wrong, and they're going to make a run. Next up, we got Creighton. They're 18-9. Creighton, the Blue Jays, Yeah, they have a decent team every year. They always make it to March Madness. They always have a decent team, and this year I think it'll be even better than the past couple of years. Moving on, we got 2021 national champions, the Baylor Bears. They're 20-7. They're gonna try to repeat what happened in 2021, but it's unlikely. Moving on, we got the Arizona Wildcats. They're 24-4. I believe they were number one at a point this year, but they haven't played as well as they were at the beginning. Yeah, they've kind of. I don't know. I don't know. They aren't as good as they were at the beginning. Moving on, we got the Gonzaga Bulldogs. They're 22-5. Yeah, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, top 10 team again this year. This is what they do every single year, and they make it pretty far in March, but they never win the championship. Next up, we got the Texas Longhorns, 21-6. They've been playing really well this year. Moving on, we got UConn, who I believe is ranked like 18th in the AP pool, but I don't have them that low. I think they're better than that. They're 20-7. They play tonight against Providence. I'll probably make a video on that game once it ends. Yeah. Moving on, we got another shocking team to be up here. 23-5, St. Mary's. The Gales, I believe. Yeah, St. Mary's. We'll see what they can do. Maybe they can sneak into a 1 seed, but right now they're a 2 seed. We'll have to see what happens. Moving on, we got the Kansas Jayhawks. The Jayhawks are 23-5. They're putting together quite a good year. They are the reigning champions. We'll have to see if they can do it again, but I don't see it happening. Next up, we got Purdue, 24-4. Purdue. Yeah, they've been good all year long. They were number one for quite a bit. Now they're still in the top five. They've been playing well. Got UCLA, the team with Jamie Jaquez Jr. They are 23-4. They've got quite a few good players on their team. I'm really impressed with them. I think they could be a champion favorite. Next up, we got Tennessee, 20-7. Now, I didn't want to put a 7-loss team up here, but just I've watched some of their games, and their losses have been really close, and they've been to really good teams, and their wins have been dominant and incredible. So I had to put them up here. I didn't feel too good about it, but I think I'm okay with it. It's fine. Moving on, we got Alabama. I didn't know if I wanted to put them at the 1 seed or if I'm sorry, the 1 spot or the 2 spot, but I'm gonna put them at 2 just because their record is not quite as good as number 1, who you'll see who it is in a second. But they're 23-4. I think they could win it all, but we'll have to see. Now my favorite to win it all, 25-2, the Houston. I don't remember what their nickname is, but anyways, they are my favorite to win it. You'll see that in my March Madness prediction, which will come out in the middle of March once the tournament is revealed. And we'll have to see what happens. And that's about it for me. See y'all.